Welcome to the Ages of Rock podcast with your hosts Bill Algie, Dennis Talbot, and Alan Tate. We are three guys who have one thing in common, a love of rock and roll. Our goal is to talk about all things rock. We hope you find this show intriguing, funny, and occasionally highly opinionated. Enjoy!
Hey folks, welcome to the latest episode of Ages of Rock. This is episode 206. We have our friend Craig Osborn. Any relation to Ozzy Osbourne? I don't think so.
No, they spell it different.
There you go. Anyway, he is a longtime listener and a longtime friend. And he had a topic. First time calling. There you go. Anyway, he had a topic for us, and we wanted to get him on. Real quick before we get started, this is some of the craziest times ever. We started off 2020 was going to be the greatest year ever for tours. Everybody and their brother was touring. Every band we ever wanted to see was touring. And as of today is this St. Patrick's Day, actually. It's March 17th.
I'm wearing green.
And we don't, the whole point is we're so screwed up with everything else, we forget it's even St. Patrick's Day. But anyway.
You can't go to the bars.
Well, 2020 this year is going to be the year of who knows what. We may not have any tours. I mean, it is shut down. The bars are shut down. Everything is shut down. It's a crazy time right now. I mean, luckily I have a ton of albums back here I'm going to be listening to. What you can do right now, though, too, is if you have a band that you like, especially local bands, and they got any merch to buy or, to buy up T-shirts, albums, CDs, whatever, do that. Help those guys out right now because, I mean, right now they're not doing anything. And there was a funny little joke the other day I saw on Facebook. Somebody said, what great bands playing in the basement this weekend? You know what I'm saying? It's our band will play in the garage, but you have to get your temperature before you come into the garage. You have to at least make sure you're not.
You can go in the garage. You can only have people 10 at a time.
Yeah, we could actually open the door and then we could do that. So there's going to be, it's interesting. But anyway, this year has turned out, like I said, from being a year of the greatest concerts we've ever seen to basically the concerts we're not going to see this year.
Well, it's not over yet. We still got a lot of time. Summer season doesn't start till May, and so we got a little bit of time.
Just saying, right. For right now, it's just looking. One of the best ones that I've seen so far has been Dave Grohl. I don't know if you guys have seen his response for their band tour, but I mean, he takes it all in stride. He makes a little comedy about it, and they're going to come out and they're going to rock balls whenever they do it. Want to hear this new album? Hopefully they'll put it out soon. But anyway, Alan, am I breaking up? Because I know your picture is breaking up really bad.
No, you're fine.
You're breaking up a little bit.
Okay, because I know
you're not breaking
doesn't
up
matter
any worse than you normally do.
Okay, like I said, I reboot. I got to call WoW and get my feed fixed here. But anyway, we do have a topic, but I did want to talk about this 2020 issue. So what's all your guys' thoughts on this? I mean, as far as everything shutting down and no bands and no bars and, it's a weird time.
My thoughts is it is what it is, and do what you can to help your fellow man, and we'll just take it in stride. That's all you can do.
If anybody gets bored, you can come to work with me one day.
No.
Just Bill, freaking hair's on fire from the minute you walk in the door.
Well, the whole point was I just had a phone call I had a conference call with Bill right before the show with my wife because she works in a hospital also in surgery, and they were just kind of comparing notes on what's going on. And it's a scary and it's a crazy thing that's going on in the hospitals right now. So all of our people that listen to the show that are in the healthcare systems or whatever, we we feel your we feel what's going on there. I mean, it's tough right now.
Yeah, I'm really wishing the bar was open tonight.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day.
I'm having some Jameson in a little bit as soon as we're done here.
Go ahead, Craig.
Yeah, I'm a first responder plus a firefighter, so I feel what you guys are going through, and the protocols right now that are on the table. It's 2 guys show up to a house to treat somebody, and only one can go in unless it's a CPR call. So everything is just kind of topsy-turvy when we got 4 or 5 guys that typically go in, So that's kind of where we're at with it. And I also work for a public school, and they had us in this week, Monday, Tuesday, and tomorrow, just deconning the joint. So, yeah, it's a little crazy right now.
Exactly. Now you're in northern Indiana. I get that right?
No, I'm in Hopkins, Michigan.
Michigan is northern. Okay.
Yep, which is halfway between Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo.
So that's northern, I guess the nearest northern Indiana.
Northern. I knew that you
were northern Indiana.
Yeah. Well, I knew that you were north of us. I just didn't realize. I thought you were actually up in like that northern part of Indiana, but you were actually in Michigan, way up there.
Yep, I'm in Michigan.
You're further north of the north part of the north of Indiana.
Yes.
Indiana is a long state, and also in Michigan. I never forget. You can drive south, and you can get through like 3 states in about 4 hours. You drive north from Indiana, where we're at, and you're driving 12 hours, and you've only passed through 1 state, basically Indiana, and then into Michigan, and then it's another.
How slow are you driving?
No, it's still a long drive, though.
That's where Kelly drives.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So anyway, I did not get any. Actually, one thing I did do
before we get into any album acquisitions, I do have something that I would like to bring up. It's kind of sad. Well, it's not kind of sad. It is sad.
It is sad. Yeah.
Friend of the show, Robert Fleischman, posted on his Facebook that his wife passed away at noon today. So
I caught that as I was leaving work.
That it caught me off guard. I don't know if she had health issues or if it was sudden or whatever, but Robert, we're sorry for your loss. Our thoughts go out to you, and if you need anything, call upon us. We'll do what we can. And y'all send Robert and his family some love.
No, he's been a really nice person to he's talked to us a few, down in Atlanta, and really good guy. And I hate to hear that. That's some sad news.
Yep.
Okay. Well, so anyway, album acquisitions. I did not get anything this week. I did get a couple albums from Ashley's. And was it Ashley? I can't think of her other girl's name. Anyway, it does the auction.
It didn't matter.
Anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, this week's. I forgot something. So anyway, but yeah, I did buy a couple albums, and I did go ahead and pay. I paid Ashley through PayPal because I didn't know when I can get over there, and with all this shit going on, so I just went ahead and paid her through PayPal. I did notice though that Atmosphere Collectibles is doing these online auctions, and that's what they're going to do. If you don't want to go to the store, they're doing that more often, and they're going to be showing what they got in the store, and you can buy it, pay through PayPal. They'll send it to you, or you can just pick it up, at some point. But it's a good way, and keep buying stuff. The thing is, even though we've got to hunker down, don't stop buying stuff. I mean, that's what especially like the restaurants around here. The drive-thrus are open, or they'll come out to the curb and give you your food. Just keep your things going, like you're be normal. So anyway, Bill, did you get any albums this week?
I did.
You did?
I did.
Wow, cool.
I know it's going to shock you. It's going to be a really weird show, but
it's a New England record.
It is. Shocked.
I hope so.
So the very first auction that I watched. So Dennis and I sometimes watch these vinyl auctions on different. There's a vinyl live TV auction, or Vinyl Live TV, and they do some auctions on there. Yeah, on their Facebook, they got like, usually there's one every night. Actually, there was one going on tonight, right now.
Like in the afternoon, they were going on all the time.
I don't know. That's
one like at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So anyway,
so I was watching, and one night I watched these people pay. So Randy Travis, you guys all remember Randy Travis? You know, that's not something I'd normally buy. Storms of Life went up for the auction, and it lasted an hour, and I
was watching that one.
Yeah, and they ended up paying crazy. By the end, they paid $45. Somebody paid $45 for actually this Randy Travis record that I have right here.
Right.
That I paid $3 for, and I paid $3 for it because I'm going to auction this bastard off and make myself some money to buy some stuff I really want.
Right. Wow.
I just took the sticker off of it. I literally paid $3, and it's in mint condition. I mean, it is perfect. Wow. It's like
$3
or very good plus, whatever you call it.
Right. PG plus.
Yeah. But it was just I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is a $3 record. You guys are paying $45.
Well, they got into an auction situation where people were just trying to outbid the other person. I've done the same thing. It's ridiculous.
Wants to pay? Somebody paid $45 for a Randy Travis record. There's
well, I'll go on record and say that I think you paid too much for it too, Bill.
Well, I may have, but I bought it. Actually, it's a good record. I mean, there's some good stuff on there.
I'm mostly kidding. Mostly.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I would have bought two New England records before I would have bought a Randy Travis record. So there you go.
And you already have. You've already bought 2 more New England records than you need.
I would have bought.
Actually, you got 5 more. You got 5 more than you need.
I would have had 7 before I have a Randy Travis.
I can't wait till we do. We haven't done this yet. A topic bands that suck that you don't want to admit to.
I think they call that guilty pleasures.
There you go.
That's just bands that suck. All right. So that's enough of that stuff. So I did. Was in Bloomington Saturday night. I did pick up Kiss Monster.
Really? There you
go. It only came in 180 gram because
what a horrible album though.
They didn't make it. But the best part about this record, I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is going to shock you. This album has no filler. No ballads, just full throttle rock and roll, featuring the rock radio hit Hell or Hallelujah. And it's a full-on aerial assault. This record right here.
Somebody wrote that up and got paid a bunch of money, and he lied their ass off because that's.
And the odd thing is
it was Tommy Thayer.
The full-on aerial assault is a quote from Rolling Stone.
Bullshit. That's
look right there.
Rolling Stone would not say that about Kiss ever.
A magazine that freaking hates this band.
They basically misspelled that. They said it was a piece of shit, and then they misspelled.
When I saw that sticker, I'm like, I gotta buy this because I never see that sticker again. That is, I'm gonna be pissed. Anyway, I did buy it. I don't. This is not my favorite record, but there are a couple songs on here I really do like. Be honest, but I thought there'd be something in here, but the only thing that's in here is like a white wrapper and a black record, so it was like not that big a deal.
You know what? Of the last albums, Sonic Boom was the only thing I liked was that extra CD that they gave you with the remakes on it. That was the only thing that was good about Sonic Boom.
So I don't have that one. True. That's one I don't have. Okay, the other thing I got, which is really cool, was I picked this up. So this I got from Target. I ordered it in.
The hell is that?
January. At least they ordered it for me for my birthday. It's called the Archives. Okay. It's called the Archives of Kiss. Let me take it out of this because it's got maybe that will help. Does that help a little bit?
From the early days. What the fuck is that?
Yeah. So it's called the Archives of Kiss, Legendary Songs from the Early Days. Well, it ain't from the early days, and well, it depends on what you call early. But this is obviously a bootleg because it's not got their regular Kiss logo.
But it's by Target.
It was sold through Target. I bought it through Target, or Lisa bought it for me for my birthday. I just got it last Friday.
You need to send Gene a message. Say Target's fucking them.
No, I don't want Gene to come get it. I want, whatever. Anyway, they're all live songs. So this is all live.
Really?
Yeah, but it's versions I've never heard before. It's really kind of cool to listen to. Shout It Out Loud, Cold Gin, Strutter, Black Diamond, Calling Dr. Love, King of the Nighttime World. B-side is Deuce, Tears Are Falling, Lick It Up, Talk to Me, and Is That You?
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty freaking bizarre.
So of the first ones on the first set, are those like a live one or type?
No, it is like a club off of it's. No, they're like some kind of pro thing off the soundboard or something. They're not. Really? It's not.
I just wondered when they were recorded, but
it is not a live or a live tune. Right. It is a recording that somebody took at the show.
Right. But I'm saying the older songs, when do you think those were recorded? I mean, do you think they're...
I think the older stuff is old. I mean, it's probably 70-ish.
Okay. So, I mean, you were actually getting some older versions of some stuff. Okay.
It's interesting because Paul sounds really... There's a couple songs Paul sounds incredible. Gene sounds like dog shit. And then,
that would be old. That would be old. That would be old Kiss because now Gene sounds great and
Paul sounds like shit.
Yeah, but it's just amazing. But some of it's really pretty cool. It's a cool record. So if I ever get a chance for you guys to listen to it,
I want to hear it. Yeah, bring it down next time you're around.
I'll let you listen to it. But I'm going to be with it because I know how you are. I don't want to be missing it. Anyway. So I did finally get it. I think she paid like $23 for it or something like that, which since I'd never seen it before. But I've never bought. I see those at the record show sometimes, those bootlegs. And I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm going to get. I don't want to get something and then end up it's like all scratched up or it's just trash. But it actually is really pretty cool, and it's interesting to listen to it because it's songs that like I've never heard. I don't know if I've ever heard Is That You live. I don't know that. Ever
I have. I mean, I've heard some YouTube shit, but I've never heard some of the Australia. They had the Australian tour. They play that. The other two records that I got coming up from the auction, they're odd. You don't even want to know what they are. I'll just show you.
Don't tell us, then we don't want
to. It goes from one fucking extreme to the other. It's the craziest shit ever. So, one of them's even country. Actually, it's bluegrass.
You're ragging on my Randy Travis record, and you got a country record, asshole. What are you doing?
You want me to tell you what the country one is?
No, I want you to wait and show it to me so I can make fun of you then.
No, it's fucking good. It's good though. You'll like it. Anyway.
All right. Fine.
Interesting. All right. Craig, did you buy any albums this week, or do you collect albums, or?
I don't collect albums per se, I'm still waiting on my Vinnie Vincent box set yet. So, as soon as I get that, I'm going to be all set, brother. No,
that's the key. Once you get that, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I know how much Alan loves ragging on Vinnie Vincent, so I got to throw that in there.
He told us in Atlanta that they were going to be coming out soon, and that was how many years ago now it was?
And they were going to give us 2 copies each.
Yeah, 2, and you get 2 box sets, not just one. You get 2 box sets.
Yeah, because
one to wipe your ass with, and the other one to sell. There you go.
I could, it's kind of funny because we've talked about we don't talk about that much because we kind of have.
We don't like Benny.
But it's funny. I remember sitting there thinking after we listened to the first Q&A, and then he did the second Q&A, and it was the exact same questions answered the exact same way. I'm like, this is over.
Yeah.
This is way over. This is never. And the whole point was, and I've told this story before. We were out there, and Julian Gill was there, and of course, he's a big Vinny guy, and he's standing out in the hallway, just kind of moseying around. I'm like going, dude, he's in there talking. I mean, why aren't you in there talking? And it's like going, dude, it's the same shit he told me yesterday. I mean, it's almost verbatim. I mean, it's like going, this is scripted.
There was one point when he was talking on the day that we were in there. And he goes, turned around and asked the guy, is this what I said yesterday?
I want to make sure I have this straight. What? Why would you need to do that?
Yeah, it's your lie. You're supposed to be.
It's hard to keep the lies straight. It's hard to keep the lies straight.
If you have to ask that question, that's a fact right there.
Exactly.
Insane.
So anyway,
but we had a good time down there though, hanging out. That was a cool part.
That was a great time. It was a great time. All right. So anyway, here's what we're going to do tonight. Craig came up with this interesting thing. It's kind of evolved a little bit, but it involves one-hit wonders. And you know what? As much as I'm a sucker for yacht rock, I'm a sucker for a one-hit wonder. So this was really tough for me because a lot of my faves are one-hit wonders, and the thing was, I started going. Of course, I just started out by going, okay, what is a one-hit wonder, and then I went to, of course, you just pop it up on the internet, and of course they give you a little explanation, and then there's this whole list of basically one-hit wonders through the ages. And originally, I know Craig had sent them out, let's do one from each decade, which it's kind of hard to do, and it takes a lot of work. So I was just like going, let's just do this. So we're going to basically tonight, we're going to do our four favorite one-hit wonders from any decade. Also, we're going to put in the one shitter, which is, what do you think is the worst one-hit wonder that ever hit the planet? Mine's bad. Mine is
you
bad.
guys are going to hate me. I'm telling you right now. You're going to hate what I pick.
$10 on mine is the worst one ever.
Nope.
No, you guys are going to be mad at what I picked. You're going to go, I like that song. And I'm like, no.
Oh, no, I hope not.
If you pick the song I like and you like that song, this interview is over. At the end.
So anyway, I'm trying to pull this up because, here we go. I'm going to pull it. So basically, if you go to Wikipedia, they have a whole list, and they have the criteria of what. And what was funny was, and just to give you a little bit of background, one hit wonder is basically somebody who hit the top 40 or the top 100 once, and that's what they're known by. They even said though, Roger Daltrey, without your love, that was a one-hit wonder because it was something he did solo. Another one that I kind of found awesome or kind of weird was Charlie Daniels did one called Uneasy Rider, even though that Charlie Daniels band is credited with a lot of hits. That was his only single. One thing I thought was funny though was they were talking about the Grateful Dead. They say the Touch of Grey was their one-hit wonder, but still they didn't. If you think back, they had that one with Truckin'.
They had Truckin'. They had Uncle.
Right. So I don't know if they're
John's
considering
band.
if there was right. I don't know if they're considering maybe you have a lag in time. That was 30 years later.
Any site that you go on to is going to have its own criteria for what one hit. We've probably got our own criteria that's a little bit different between the four of us.
What's funny is of the list that I've got here, and it tells you through the 60s and 70s. These are the top one-hit wonders. But the one that I liked was not on here. Of course, then I pulled the song up itself, and it said it is a one-hit wonder. So just because this list says that they are one-hit wonders, this is not all of them. The 80s is just jam-packed, and like I said, that's what I'm a sucker for 80s music too.
Yeah,
and there was a shit ton of one-hit wonders in the 80s. So
that's a lot.
If we cross one song on
streams,
here,
don't cross streams.
It's going to be amazing. I know it'll happen because I know what we do when Bill and Alan and I do this. We got a million.
That we don't.
I bet we don't this time.
But you know what?
I'll bet you a drink we don't.
All right. So next time we see each other, I think we will. I think somebody's going to cross the stream.
You better no. Yeah, no.
And if so, I'll buy you a drink. I don't care. I think we're going to cross a drink
anyway.
All right. So anyway, so we're going to go. So what we're going to do is our first top four of the greatest songs that we think that are one-hit wonders, and we're going to start with our guest, Craig. What is one of your songs?
For number one, I got a a band called the Sleaze Bees. It's called Stranger Than Paradise.
Paradise.
I love that song.
That's a great song.
I tell you what, when you go back and you start visiting these songs, you're like, oh man, I remember that, and it's hard to believe it was a one-hit wonder. You know what I mean?
I think I bought that record. I think I have that vinyl over there. That's a great record. I remember having it on. I had it on CD for a long time, but I think I actually found the vinyl.
Oh, and also, real quick, whenever we get this done, I'm going to take all of our songs. I want everybody to send them to me, and I'm going to put them on a Spotify list. And you can actually download this Spotify list from our website. And
what was the name of that song?
It's called Stranger Than Paradise.
Sleaze Bees. Yeah, that's a great song. I like that.
Bees.
That's an 80s.
Yeah.
It's Bezee too.
Well, the reason that I specifically asked for that one is because on my radio show this coming Sunday, I'm doing hairband one-hit wonders.
That's good. It's a good song.
That one is going in there.
That's a good song.
You will get credit.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So we're going to go Bill next. I'm just going around the screen.
All right. So I went, I didn't pick just just metal stuff. I picked a bunch of different stuff. So I got to filter through here. So, okay. I'll just say the first one on my list I have is My Maria from 1973. It was done by B.W. Stevenson. It charted at number 9, but the song was redone by Brooks and Dunn in 1997 and hit number 1. And I love both versions. I mean, a lot of times you hear a remake and it's kind of like, oh, it's the original's really, but both versions of that song are really, really good. So cool. Yeah, it's one of those songs you just sing to, and can you hit that note?
My Maria. Dun, 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 dun.
No, not that song. What are you talking about?
Is that the song? Is that the song?
No.
I got the wrong song.
You got the wrong song.
You got the wrong song. Okay. That's another one-hit wonder. Anyway. Alan, here we go.
All right, my first one-hit wonder, actually, I found on a list of what it called the worst one-hit wonders. But anybody that says Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas is a terrible song is wrong.
You should chop them down.
That's right. I'm going to get one of them Kung Fu Fighting bunnies to chop them down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I lived through the 70s, and I really didn't see a lot of people Kung Fu fighting, so I don't know. I like
that meme that's rolling around that says, surely not everyone was Kung Fu fighting.
Everyone was. Everyone was Kung Fu fighting.
There was okay. So here's what I'm going to do. So I went in kind of chronological order, which I always do because I'm that kind of person. My first one-hit wonder was a song on a K-Tel record that my friend Matt DeVille had, and I still to this day love this record. This record, I found it at Space Monkey Records, but it's so scratched up it looked like somebody rubbed it in dirt and then stuck it back in the package, and I won't buy it because I want to find out if they had any other hits. But it's from a band called Jigsaw, and it's Sky High.
Oh yeah,
I love that fucking song, and I always want to. At some point, I want that song. I want somebody to remake that song, like somebody to really just beat it up. Alan the Hound should be doing that song. We need to figure out how to do it without all that orchestration. But anyway, that song could be a kick-ass rock song.
It's also a great yacht rock song.
It is a great yacht rock song. So anyway, that's one of my first loves of the
cool
one-hit.
Good song, man.
All right, Craig, number 2.
Okay, my next song is by Babylon AD. It's called "Bang Goes the Bells."
I have that CD. There are 2 songs on that album that are kick-ass, and the rest of them are turds.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought.
I had that back in the day before I got rid of them all, and I've not bought that again. For that reason.
And you might end
$20.
Craig, you might end up with 2 selections on my show.
Yeah.
Why don't you just have Craig do your show?
My next. Yeah, you should just get all the Craig's.
Most of Most of my stuff is 80s related because that's what, that's my genre. That's what I grew up in. So.
I hear you, man.
Sure.
I hear you.
All right, Bill.
All right, my next one, I'm just going to go down the list. So my next one comes from 1999, which is kind of weird, right? Ironically, the band's very first album was called Greatest Hits, which is, why not start big? Hey, go home. It's Alien Ant Farm's Smooth Criminal, the remake from Michael Jackson.
There you go.
Good
That song, I hear that on the radio, I got to crank that. Man, I cranked that up. That is a bad song.
Now, I have their album Anthology.
Yep, that's like the second or third.
And I've tried to listen to that, and other than Smooth Criminal, I cannot get through those other songs.
Yep.
And here's my issue though with that. Now I was going to use that because there's a couple of them that I noticed through that list that I said, how can it be a one-hit wonder when it was a huge hit for somebody else and then they brought it back? It was a remake, and then they call it a one-hit wonder. I don't consider
because
it
was a one-hit wonder for them. That band that charted. That went to number 3, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken.
But only because it was that song.
You know what would have been ironic if it was hit out of the first place by a Michael Jackson song?
Yeah, no shit.
It would have been. But it was a little different version song, so it wasn't the same version. It was a little. It was different. But yeah. Anyway,
it was way heavier.
I like the song. Like I said, we used to play that song. Actually,
it's a good song.
Or our band, so it's a good song. Alan.
Like Dennis,
Number
I
2.
put mine in chronological order as well. So my second song comes from 1982, Tacos Putting on the Ritz, which is a cover, by the way.
I don't want to put that on my bad song.
Well,
but anyway.
I've got one of your songs that almost made my bad list, so we're even.
Jigsaw? Wow. Really? Wow.
Yeah.
We'll
discuss that after.
Hey, Craig, we should watch them kung fu fight. What do you think, man?
Hey, as long as no one throws no more New England jokes in there, we're all set, because that's going to get somebody all wound up.
There's no one New England in here, so anyway. All right, so my number 2 song is another. We're in the 70s, and it's probably one of the ones that when it comes on the radio, I am just fucking jamming this thing out hard, and it's Ram Jam's Black Betty. That is a great one-hit wonder. I mean, it is fucking. I mean, and I want the extended version. If it gets to that fucking solo and they cut it short, I'm like going, fuck. I mean, I want to hear the whole thing. Add that extra like 120 in there. I want to hear it.
Have you now? Tell me this, Dennis. Have you heard? Yes, sir. Have you heard the original version that wasn't all chopped up for radio?
That's what I'm saying. The extended version.
No, there's a different version. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Okay. No, I've heard the, of course, the original radio version.
Yeah. Then
there's the extended version where they go dun dun dun. When it gets into that part.
Even that version is chopped up from the way it originally was.
Oh,
I'll find the original. Yep. I'll send it to you.
Yeah. Or I'll buy it from you. We don't want to do any illegal
YouTube
trading
link. Here. YouTube link. It is on the tube of you.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to make sure that we're not going to be doing any kind of illegal trading here. So you don't want to get Lars. Lars mad at us. All right. So anyway, we're going to number 3 now of the greatest songs we like. Craig.
Okay, I'm gonna have to throw a little Bullet Boys "Smooth Up in You" on there.
Oh, that's a good song.
One of my favorite records.
Yeah, I wouldn't really consider that a one-hit wonder, but I guess that is. I mean, that's their only big hit, though, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's their biggest hit for
sure. They had some minor success with their cover of "For the Love of Money."
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Yep. That was a remake. That was a remake, also.
Right. That's an OJ song.
Yep.
And what's really disappointing is the very first song on that album, "Hard as a Rock," is just a ball-breaking song, and why it never got radio play, the record labels never cease to astound me.
I like that song, and like I said, I saw them in Tell City. Me and Rod drove up there, and they played. They had, gosh damn it, who was it that opened for them?
Faster Pussycat.
Faster Pussycat, and then them, and they come out, and I mean, just tore it up.
Was it loud as hell?
Yes, it was. It was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's probably. I saw 2 years ago. I saw it was great. Well, Jack Russell's Great White headline, Bullet Boys, and Enough's Enough, and Bullet Boys came on second, and it was so freaking loud.
Yeah.
I mean,
that dude's so energetic. I mean,
oh yeah,
the singer, dude, he's like going. I mean,
loud. It was crazy.
It was good, and it was good. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Good stuff.
All
Put
right.
that on your show, man.
Yeah, Alan, put that on the show.
No.
He's gonna go. Okay, Bill, number 3.
I was like, no. All right. So I am going in chronological order of how it's written. Whatever that is.
That's called Bill-logical order.
Bill-logical order. Next song, 1974 debut, or ended up at number 5. Song is Magic by the band Pilot. And I know Alan played this not long ago on his radio show.
Oh,
that song is a song. I just love that song.
Also, another great yacht rock song.
Great yacht rock song.
It is great. I like that.
Yep.
Did they have anything else besides that song?
I don't think so. I looked it up today, and they were like,
"That's it.
Nothing else."
Not to my knowledge.
That's a real one-hit wonder. I mean, that's it.
It's true. I think it truly is.
Get the fuck out.
Yep. Yeah, I have a couple other ones on here. We could do some. We could do some mentions later or something like that.
We're gonna definitely do it. And I've got it pulled up because, like I said, I've got some mentions here too. So anyway,
I do also.
There we go, Alan.
All right, my
Number 3.
third pick comes from 1996. It's by one of the greatest band names I've ever heard in my life. It's Pepper by the Butthole Surfers.
I like that song.
It's a great
actually.
song.
It's a good song. I forgot about that. That just reminded me of another song too. I have to bring up.
Gosh.
Anyway,
never heard of it.
Great. You never heard Pepper by the Butthole?
You have heard Pepper. I guarantee you've heard it.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, you've heard it. I guarantee you.
Don't do
that, Bill. Or don't do that, Dennis. You're not even.
I know.
You're not even close.
I know.
I'll look it up.
It's a good song. Yeah, look at Pepper. That's a good song.
All right, Dennis.
It'll be on the Spotify list
that Bill won't listen to.
That I don't give a shit about
because you don't listen to that. All right, number 3 for me is one of the greatest songs ever. Our band actually opened for John Mellencamp at Robert Stadium in front of 10,000 people for the Toyota. I work for Toyota for the concert, and I wanted to play this song. We thought about playing this, but we thought we better not do it. But it's the Vapors turning Japanese. I love that fucking song. That song, we're getting into the 80s now, but I mean, I wanted to play that at the thing, and they're like going, we can't do that.
Well, you could do that.
Not only are we talking about, we're making fun about, not only making fun of Japanese, this is a song about masturbating to a X-ray, basically. So anyway, I love that song though. It's a great song, and it's hard to play on guitar. It's a tough song. It's not something
it's fast.
Easy. It is that, and the changes in it, and it's a complicated.
I got it, man.
Well, turning Japanese by the Vapor. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, do we get somebody hold a drink? He has his.
That's on my honorable mention for the bag.
Oh, honorable mention. Okay. All right. Craig, number 4.
Okay. Get ready, Alan. I'm gonna hit you deep with this one. London Choir Boys, 7 o'clock. It is killer.
Very cool. I'll have to check that one out too.
Yep, that is a great song.
7 o'clock?
Yep, London Choir Boys, 7 o'clock.
London Choir Boys.
I know I've heard it. It sounds familiar, but it's probably been since
you've heard it.
It's probably been since
when
the
you
80s.
hear it, you'll know. Yep.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of credit on this show.
2 shows. It'd be actually this show and another show.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Billy. Give me your fourth good one.
My 4th pick is everybody all right?
No, that was Craig.
Good
got
that's all right.
Now we are on meeting video wise.
Yeah. I think we're all practicing social distancing. We're all like hundreds of miles apart. We're good. Except for you two. You know, like you guys are
close, but
enough.
I'm close. Anyway. I'm far enough from his beard. I won't get something. So anyway. People on.
You see what climbed out of there? It was a middle finger. Interesting. It's because he's hiding a baby in there.
God damn it!
Dad, he's got a Gatorade and a beef jerky in there somewhere. He keeps it for safekeeping. Anyway, let's go.
In there. All right, so my fourth pick, which is 1991. Started at number 14. Highest I ever got is Steelheart. So I did get a little medal in there. Never Let You Go.
It's a good song.
That one is actually already on my list for the hairband show.
There you go. Look at that. Great minds think alike.
I mean, are stupid people think alike? We just haven't figured that out.
Well,
sometimes that's when we are.
Sometimes that's one and the same.
All right, Alan, number 4.
Give it up. My number 4 is actually a band that my old band Chowder Monkey used to do, and it's The Bad Touch by the Bloodhound Gang.
Don't know that song.
That's the song where they talk about doing it doggy style so we can both watch X-Files. And do it like they do on the Discovery Channel.
Never heard of it.
Oh. You guys
song.
must be like old or something. You're all in your 50s, aren't you?
We are in our 50s.
Yeah.
I'll be 55.
I've never even heard of the Bloodhound Gang.
I've heard of the Bloodhound Gang, but
those
I haven't
are like dogs or something.
But seriously, check out their album Hooray for Boobies. That whole thing is good. They also have another album called One Fierce Beer Coaster.
Do they have a double set or is it just a single set?
It's like a fold out.
Double set. Is it a gatefold?
Well, if it was a gatefold, it might be another body part.
It must also come as a scratch and sniff.
Oh,
there you go.
Was the second album of Vagina Monologues?
Man, I love it when the train derails.
Oh, she derailed.
All right,
Wreck.
My 4th. It's kind of an interesting song. This isn't. I'm going like I said. This is in the '80s. This is a song that I saw on MTV, and I fucking love this song. And it's one of those ones where he didn't do hardly anything else, but it's Martin Briley's "Salt in My Tears." I don't know why that song interests me so much. You guys I get a lot of looking like I never heard that song before.
Yeah, since people are not watching this, we're all looking at this going.
Yeah, they're going.
And everybody's tilted a little bit. We're going. What
the hell is that?
Craig made that face. Bill made that face.
Yeah, I know the song. I know the
Alan
song
knows
because it's in the
Hounds.
We might play that in the feature list.
Oh, that's because of
great. It's a great. It's kind of one of those '80s kind of song. I don't know. It's just one of the. It's one of those ones that ever comes. And I just like it. It's just one of those ones. It's just interesting.
Yeah, part of the chorus is "You ain't worth the salt in my tears." I bet y'all both would know that.
You ain't worth the salt in my tears.
Are you a musician at all? Like,
yes,
you got a bunch of guitars back there, but
I play.
Not even close.
I haven't even heard the song. I'm like, you're not close. Anyway, all right. So we've been through the 4 best ones. Now we're gonna go to the shit pile. So
shitter's full,
and we're gonna after this. Then we're gonna go
after
to
this. The shitter will be full.
Now I want you guys to give me the worst, absolute fucking worst song that was ever a one-hit wonder, and I got the best one. One thing too, I cannot believe that we all haven't picked the same song yet.
Shut it. You're just jinxing it, so you don't have to buy us a drink, you dumbass. So keep going.
But I have the worst. I have the worst fucking one-hit wonder. So we're gonna go to Craig first. Craig, worst fucking one-hit wonder.
You guys ready? We're gonna go with Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby. I hate that damn song.
That is a fucking horrible song.
I hate that song.
Guess how often that gets requested at weddings? Almost every one.
All the time.
Oh, I'm sure it does, yeah.
I don't know, Craig. I think I might have you beat.
Okay, I got you. So far, I'm ahead. Bill,
I don't know.
Worst fucking one-hit wonder.
I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty bad. That was a contender.
That's pretty bad.
That was a contender.
Number one. That's a number one song. How could that become a number one song?
Because it's easy to dance to when you're drunk.
Exactly. All right, Alan.
19.
Can you top the worst one ever?
1993 Crash Test Dummies.
Oh, yeah.
That's bad.
Oh, yeah. Yep, that's bad.
Okay, you guys are all lightweights.
Oh, no.
I don't even know what year it was. Actually,
Elvis Presley.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Debbie
Barry
Boone,
Manilow.
You Light Up My Life.
Oh, yeah, that's a good song.
That's a good song.
That's not a good song.
Not the worst song. You're an idiot.
That is not the worst fucking song
No
ever.
way, dude. No way.
After
you
the
lose.
first billion times I heard it.
All right, hold on for a second.
No.
Ladies and gentlemen listening to this episode, send an email to contact at agesofrock.com and tell us which one of those four you think was the worst.
Can we put a poll up on the Facebook page?
We probably can.
We can do that.
That's horrible, dude. That is not a horrible song.
No, the whole point is whenever I put it on my Spotify list, that's going to be when everybody's going to be fucking going skip.
No, I bet you they don't. They won't skip it.
Maybe the first time they
don't
want to
skip
hear it one more
any
time.
of them. I bet
they want to hear it one time.
One.
They won't hear it again though.
I don't know. I'm going to skip that Right Said Fred one. I guarantee you that. I'm going to skip that one.
Vanilla Ice thing. It's all right. I'll listen to the Vanilla Ice.
I won't. Here's another one I was going to do. Music Box Dancer. That was another one I was going to put. That was my other.
I don't know that one.
It was an instrumental.
Hey, that's not helping us at all.
Yeah. Oh, it goes like this. You got it?
It's more like
the 80s.
It's more like,
you know what was really funny though? It was which I should have. I wouldn't have put it as a one-hit wonder, but I was really I was amazed that they consider My Sharona a one-hit wonder.
What? Tell me what else the Knack did.
Good girls don't.
True. Well, Tommy Two-Tone, 8675309 and Jenny, they consider that. Yeah. Whip It was considered. Mickey. These are. I Ran So Far Away.
Are you just reading off the list, or are those ones you picked that you didn't?
No,
select?
I'm just reading off of this here. That were just kind of. I was just crazy that the 80s. Was basically every song in the 80s was a one-hit wonder.
And it's that way in the 2018, 1920s. Because
here's another one, though, I was actually surprised about. Free, All Right Now, which is a great song.
Wasn't there one? That's my favorite song.
And it was a one-hit wonder.
Really?
Yeah. So that was one thing that I was really interested because that was one of the ones I put on my K-Tel record. As far as 70s, Spill the Wine was one.
You've heard it once, you know it.
How does it go, Craig? Tell me how it goes.
Spill the wine. Okay, Craig. Don't be texting me.
Sorry, buddy.
And of course, Arlo Guthrie, City of New Orleans, which, he had Alice's Restaurant, which was a huge hit. But anyway, Looking Glass, Brandy, You're a Fine Girl.
Good song.
There was some David Essex, Rock On, Seasons of the Sun, Nights Went Out in Georgia, Sky High, How Long, Love Hurts. That was another one, Nazareth. I was actually thinking about.
They weren't a one-hit wonder, though.
They were Nazareth. That was only a couple.
No.
Well, they
Hair
had.
of the Dog did not chart.
It didn't chart at all.
No, they didn't because it has the cuss words in it. It's not a chart.
Yeah, that was in the
Debbie
70s.
Boone's
That
Light
shit
of My Life. That
didn't
was
get played on.
1977. Walter Egan, Magnet and Steel. I should have picked that one because
That's a good one.
It's a good song.
But anyway, it's really, if you go through here, it's kind of interesting if you just put one hit wonders in Wikipedia and they give you a whole list, and it's pretty crazy. Like I said, the 80s one is huge. The 90s is pretty big, and I don't know half of them. 2000s are, I don't know any of those either. So it's
So what else did you have on your list, Craig?
Are we going for honorable mentions now? Is that
sure,
what we're doing?
Go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I got Billy Thorpe, Children of the Sun.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I got Every Mother's Nightmare, Love Can Make You Blind.
Cool.
And
That's a good one.
one more is Green Grass and High Tides.
That's a great song.
I could put that
That's
on.
a good
I could
tune.
put that song on my worst list. I hate that damn song.
Do you hate it?
I do.
like
I
that
love
song.
that song.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got an honorable mention for a terrible one-hit wonder, if you can even consider it a one-hit. That it's Hocus Pocus by Focus or Focus by.
Oh, I
Hocus
like
Pocus.
that song.
I hate that
Dun-dun-dun,
song.
Yeah, it's a great
It's
song.
it's an instrumental.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Craig's laughing.
Until
No, it's
Dennis.
dun-dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun,
I wish I could mute Dennis's
dun,
mic.
dun, dun.
Can somebody mute his mic?
I could just hang up on him.
Nah, I can't. I can mute it. Anyway,
All right, I had a couple. So let's see what I got here.
sure. What you got?
You guys will. This will be right. I Touched Myself by the Divinyls because,
Good song.
and
Good
then
song.
Autograph, Turn Up the Radio, which by the way that was their only hit. So I did have that on the list. I have Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot because whether you like that song or not, it's kind of cool, and it was
cool.
a one-hit wonder. And then I had In a Big Country from Big Country because I like that. That was a good record, by the way. And then the last one I had on here that I didn't pick was Cult of Personality by Living Colour in 1988.
Another one I
started
thought
at number
of
13 and never did anything else.
Wow, that's pretty great. Well, another one I thought of that's very popular now, or has been popular forever, but it was their only hit was the Pina Colada song. Rupert Holmes. That song
I
has
have
been
that.
around forever.
Hey, you're
Alan's-
muted, dude. You're muted. You're talking a lot, but
His
nobody can hear you.
follow-up was a song called Him. And that.
Well, it was called Pina Colada 2, though, wasn't it?
No.
I thought he had a second one.
It was called Him. H-I-M.
Oh.
And then
Okay.
he had a third song that didn't quite chart quite as well. Was called Answering Machine.
But did him chart?
Yes.
Really? I didn't know that.
Look
So,
it
okay.
up. Look it up, bitch.
Yeah. I just figured the Pina Colada song was this one.
Alan, how did that go? The hymn song. Do you remember?
I'm not even going to try to
you do that
impersonate
for us?
Dennis. Nope.
But see,
Dennis, give it a
thing
go.
the thing was,
We won't know.
No, the thing that Bill brought up earlier about the Michael Jackson deal was the fact that the Ataris is considered a one-hit wonder with the Boys of Summer, which is a remake of Don Henley.
Correct.
Which I was like, going, that's not. I don't really consider that a one-hit wonder.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's what I picked, and it wasn't your list.
I know, and that was good.
So fuck you.
The Verve Pipe Freshman, they consider that one.
That's a great
wonder.
song. Bittersweet
Yep, the
Symphony.
I had that one on.
The
Toadies, Possum Kingdom.
Woohoo!
That's the fucking greatest song ever.
That is a great
and
song.
That is a great song. I love it.
Hey guys, back to the Verve Pipe. They're right here from Grand Rapids.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yep.
What's it?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yep, they're right here from Grand Rapids. So
So, what is your music scene like up in Grand Rapids? You got a decent music scene before the shut down and everything.
we got the Van Andel Arena, which is a pretty good sized venue there, and Kiss and everybody's been there, And there used to be a popular spot called Club Eastbrook back when I was really hitting the concerts real heavy, and that would be back when Joan Jett was playing there, and Bullet Boys, you name it, they were all there, and that was a pretty good venue. But as far as the music scene goes around here, there is no real shed shows like you guys do. But
so, do you have the place that you're talking about? How big of a venue is it? I mean, is it It's a stadium.
It's about a half stadium, I guess you'd call it.
Okay,
it's
so you
not
get
as big as a football stadium by no means. It ain't like Ford Field or anything like that, but it hosts some good crowds there.
See, we get a problem with Evansville. We've got a decent arena, but all they want to do is put these country people in here. It's like we can't get KISS was a staple in Evansville. If you go through the thing, they played Robert Stadium as many times as they played Madison Square Garden up until after the reunion show. And then all of a sudden Evansville become this place where we can't get a rock show. I mean, we get, of course we get Styx and REO and shit like that in here, but not shit. But I mean, but that we get the people that come in here all the time. But to get a really good rock band in here, we can't. And we can't get the Foo in here. We can't. KISS won't come back. We haven't had KISS back here in years. And
that's because
it's
Gene
really
wants
sad.
to play the stadium again, and we tore it down.
Well, and the problem is we get Priest in here, and we put 50 people in the fucking hall, and it's ridiculous. So I mean, the town itself caused it, but it is what it is.
So Alan, what are your honorable mentions?
Alan, what were your honorable mentions?
Yes, I'm sorry, I wasn't even thinking. I don't even have any. So I know I don't even have any. So just take
you read a whole list of about 50.
Yeah, you did.
One, I was reading off of this. So go ahead, Alan.
Rock Me Amadeus by Falco. Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runner. Der Kommissar, and I can't think of the After the Fire. That's the name of that one.
Yeah, After the Fire. Yeah, good song.
You're dead on when you say that the 80s is the
80s Wonder
was
City.
Definitely the decade for one-hit wonders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's funny what they consider one-hit wonders. I mean, they consider like Don't You Forget About Me, which was
Breakfast Club.
Yeah. But it wasn't Breakfast Club was a band, but
Simple Minds. It was from the Breakfast Club.
The Simple Minds, but they consider that a one-hit wonder. It's like going, I don't know. But anyway, I mean, it's just what they consider.
Do you know another Simple Minds song?
There's one about the sowing the seeds of love.
That is Tears for Fears.
That's the wrong
that's
band,
the wrong
dude.
song.
So the answer to that is
It's an 80s,
don't. That's
it's
why
an 80s band. So I guess it is a one-hit wonder. So anyway,
that sounds like a good spot to wrap this up.
So anyway, Craig, thank you so much for the idea, and glad to have you on. And like I said, hopefully one of these days our paths will cross after all this virus shit's gone. We'll all get together when we can get together in a group of more than what 10, I guess.
Yeah, it's down to 10 now.
I don't have 10 friends, so I'm good. I can do anything I want.
So does that mean that the Duggars have to split up into two houses?
They do. I wonder what they do. That's kind of weird.
That was on Facebook today.
What?
That was on Facebook.
Was it? Damn, I thought I had an original idea.
There you go.
I've been practicing, social drinking, and social. What is it? You're supposed to
social drinking.
Yeah, I've been practicing social distance.
Social distancing. Yep.
Social distance drinking. So I have friends that I'm like, hey, what are you drinking? So that's what I'm doing.
Well, we have to start getting on. Like, we'll just have to do this. We'll just have to get on the internet. And we'll
have to do a watch party while we're drinking booze.
That's exactly right. Anybody want to Skype and drink, and we can act like we're in the same bar together, play some loud music that's horrible next to us?
Dennis can hum to us. It's going to be great.
I can do it. I can do all the music.
Hey, I got something to do, like anything else.
Okay, Craig, you're now off. You'll be. Let me unfriend. Okay,
I'm excommunicated. I'm excommunicated now.
Only from Dennis.
Till after the virus. So we're good.
Bad part is you get off one list, but you get on two others.
That's right.
There you go.
And on that note, folks,
don't let me down. Alan ain't gonna let me down, so we're good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just let me down easy.
All right, folks.
Anyway, Alan, before you take us out, everybody stay safe. Do what you need to do. Everybody, and the thing is, help everybody out. If you got extra toilet paper and people don't have toilet paper, give it to them. help your friends out, help your elderlies out. Think about what they're needing. I've got
Wash
parents
your
that
damn
are.
hands.
Well, the thing is, I got parents now that are, they're in their 70s. I'm thinking about them a lot. Just, do what you need to do. Alan, take us out of here, brother.
Go to 80sofrock.com. Check out our social media, all of that good shit. Till next week. Peace out, folks. Thanks for listening to the Ages of Rock podcast. If you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and most importantly, tell all your friends. Remember, you're never too old to rock. Until the next episode, peace out, folks.